partnership with a focus on areas like high-speed rail and nuclear power. Kong invited Yi to visit Vietnam, and Yi expressed hope to do so ahead of the APEC summit in Korea this November. It was Yi's first call with a Southeast Asian leader since taking office. In local news, around 5:13 a.m. today, smoke was detected from an alternating current filter in the power substation at Haeundae Station on Metro Line 2. A CO2 extinguisher was automatically activated, and while no fire was found, Busan Transportation Corporation rerouted 11 trains to pass through without stopping for about an hour as a safety measure. The cause of the smoke is under investigation. The substation is separate from passenger areas, so there was no direct risk to commuters. Officials said the temporary bypass was done out of caution due to the CO2 concentration in the air. Busan City and the Overseas Koreans Agency co-hosted an export consultation event on June 10th at the Lotte Hotel, resulting in 49.6 billion Korean won worth of business consultations. 50 international buyers, including overseas Koreans from 16 countries, met one-on-one with 138 local small and medium-sized businesses to explore global market opportunities. The event was praised for its tailored matching and interpretation services. Both the city and the agency agreed to continue working together to support local companies' global expansion. In international news, according to President Donald Trump, talks between the U.S. and China have concluded with a deal. China has agreed to supply U.S. companies with magnets and rare earth metals, while the U.S. will ease its stance on revoking visas for Chinese students. Trump said the agreement is done pending final approval from both leaders. The deal follows 2 days of negotiations in London aimed at easing tensions that had flared since a trade truce was reached in May. And now for today's weather. The current weather in the Busan area is mostly cloudy with a temperature of 22 degrees Celsius. The temperature will average around 21 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BFM 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Letting go and simplifying isn't always easy, but in our busy and complicated lives, it's something we truly need. When we clear out the unnecessary, we make room for what truly matters. A simpler space and mind can lead to a richer, more meaningful life. Sometimes having less can actually give us more. Well, hello there everyone, my name is Nick, and welcome to For Your Busan.
1, 2, 3.
Let's kick things off with our next song. We'll be right back with Sure Thing by A2 Major.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your...
Cause clouds will rain 맑은 날에도 Stay close to you 너롭게 해줄래 All for you 1분 1초도 못 놓쳐 난 솔직한 내 맘 받아줄래 You're so special 매일이 다 생일 같아 surprise wow You caught my eyes Woo! 사랑한다는 흔한 말보다는 Just for you It's like an automatic 나쁜 빛이 세웠지 매일 아무도 몰라준 pain 내 곁에 있어줄게 아무 말 말아 알아줄게 혼자라고 느껴질 땐 언제든지 불러 달려갈게 내 맘속에 하얀 반딧불 어두운 밤이 오면 널 비출게 끝없이 까만 밤 위로 별빛이 스며들게 낯선 그런 모습까지도 안아줄게 아까워라는 생각 같은 건 다 not for you It's like an automatic 너에게만은 뭐든 다 해주고 싶어 Cause cloud or rain 맑은 달에도 Stay close to you 너롭게 해줄래 All for you It's true It's I will do anything 네가 뭐래도 난 변함없이 너의 편인걸 몇 번이고 말할게 Yeah sure thing It's true 날 믿어봐도 괜찮아 예상할 수 없는 날씨처럼 굳은 날이 와도 한 조각 길내어주고 싶어 넌 나의 전부니까 Cloud on rain 맑은 날에도 Just stay close to you 낯선 어떤 날도 All for you It's true Cause I will do anything yeah. 변해도 난 변함없이 너의 곁에서 몇 번이고 말할게 Yeah sure thing It's true 내 품에서 놓으시면 돼 몇 번이고 말할게 I love you
Sure Thing by 82 Major. That was our first song this Thursday here for Your Busan. Welcome to the show, one and all. My name is Nick, and I hope you're having a great Thursday so far. Now, minimalist or maximalist? A minimalist is someone who lives with only the essentials, while a maximalist is someone who lives with as much as they can possibly have. For example, a minimalist might need just one refrigerator to store food, but a maximalist, it's a hard word to say, maximalist might need not only a regular refrigerator, but also a kimchi 냉장고, an additional separate freezer, and even a small beverage fridge. Which one do you think you are? Are you more of a minimalist or a maximalist? I'm not either. I would say I'm more of a minimalist than a maximalist. I don't like to have a lot of physical things. It feels really 좀 답답해요 if I have a lot of stuff. So I like to get rid of it. I only have one fridge, one of everything. Yeah, but I'm not totally minimalist where I have one t-shirt. It might look like I wear the same t-shirt every day, but I don't, I promise. But perhaps for many people, becoming a minimalist is a bit more difficult because it involves letting go and clearing things out. But getting rid of things isn't as easy as it sounds. You need to consider whether something is necessary or not, and be willing to accept the inconvenience that might come from lacking or not having something. However, at times it is important to let go in life. So the city of Busan is also in the process of clearing out and transforming many overly packed urban areas. Recently, Busan announced that it had selected the area around Busan Station as the first pilot site for its urban emptying project, with completion scheduled for September. This project aims to create a safe and pleasant urban landscape by removing, consolidating, or reorganizing various public facilities that obstruct sidewalks or roadways and hinder pedestrian access. Removing what's unnecessary and leaving only what is truly needed, well, that's something we need in our everyday lives too. So today, what will you choose to let go of? Please don't say for your Busan. You can't let go of this. It's the only one thing you can't throw away. Let us know anyway. It's good to see lots of people messaging in. We have Choi Sung-nim saying good afternoon on Kakao Talk. Fantastic to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show. Benny Nim as well saying 1등. Hi Nick, Ang PD and all. Happy Thursday. Fantastic to see you, my friend Benny Nim. We have Basic Nim. I really like the name Basic because it's used a lot in American English, but they're so basic. But then saying 안녕하세요. 혹시 앙 PD 친구이신가요? 앙냥 그 고양이 앙냥 좀 귀엽게 하는 건가요? Basic님 안녕하세요 to you too. Jinlee-nim as well coming in at number 3rd saying happy Thursday Nick. Happy Thursday to you too Jinlee-nim. Hope you're having a great day. And Sangmin Park-nim as well messaging in. Anyone else who is tempted to message in, feel free to. I don't bite. You can message in at any time. If you don't really know what to say, you can start by saying hello. It's free on Kakao Talk and also on YouTube Live. But if you want to send something more meaningful, then maybe you can answer today's text topic. 네, 오늘의 텍스트 토픽입니다. 나는 물건을 잘 버리는 편이다. 아니면 언젠가는 쓸 것 같아서 잘 버리지 못한다. So today's text topic is about I'm really good at throwing away objects that I don't need. Or versus I might need it someday. I don't think I can throw it away. So which side are you? Do you find it easy to throw things away? Or do you maybe hoard things? Like a little bit of a hoarder? Because you might need it someday, you never know. I definitely have a little bit of number 2 in there myself. While I'm pretty good at throwing things away in general, there are some things, particularly like nails and screws and things that I'm like a hammer. I might need this nail to hang up a picture someday. I'm pretty bad at keeping those things. But let me know anyway for the next couple of hours. You can send your messages to #9050 샵 9010 cost you 101 카카오톡 message or a YouTube live comment. 나는 물건을 잘 버리는 편이다. 아니면 언젠가는 쓸 것 같아서 잘 버리지 못한다. Well, I'm going to let you know what's coming up in today's show. We're going to have Busan Times, where we catch up on the day's top stories in Busan with news anchor Claire Kim. We're then going to have Nick's Deep Dive, where I share my thoughts about everything in the world. Then Bugllish Challenge, where Effie comes in, and we listen to hints from Busan locals, and we try to guess what they're talking about. In the second half, we're going to have On the Mic, stories of Busan locals encountered on the streets of Busan. Quizmaster after that, a daily interactive quiz time with a prize, so there's a lot to play for here. And We Are Family in Busan, where Matthew comes in and we talk about multicultural life in a multicultural family while living in Korea. So send your messages in. There's a lot to get involved in today. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next is Busan Times.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Hello there and welcome back to For Your Busan. It is now time for Busan Times with Claire. Welcome back.
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Very good.
Very well? Yeah. You're giving off a very summery aura today.
Oh, yes.
Yes, very...
Sky blue, a bit of...
It's good because I can't see the sky outside.
Yeah, it's grey outside.
It's grey outside.
Try to tone it down.
Yeah, fair enough. We missed you yesterday. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Today's question is, are you more of a minimalist or are you kind of a hoarder? Not a hoarder, but 물건을 잘 버리는 편인가요? 아니면 언젠가는 좀 쓸 것 같아서 잘 버리지 못한다.
Have to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? Hoarder.
You're a hoarder? Okay. How bad is the damage? Tell us.
That's the basic logic. Like, I might need this.
Yeah.
And then always, I don't know why, every time I throw something away, it happens.
Oh, really?
Always something happens that I might, I should have had it.
So it's 악순환이죠? Because you throw it away. I need it, so you don't throw the next thing away, and it gets worse and worse.
And then I'll never use it.
That's how it works, isn't it? I mentioned earlier, I'm like that when it comes to, not a lot of things, but when it comes to things like toolkits, like 모시나, 망치, that kind of stuff. I think, I might need to screw something in one day.
Oh, yeah, I can't throw these little screws.
The ones you get from Aikiteng, they give you spare ones.
Yes.
But, I better keep it just in case. So I have lots of spare
everything.
Kits, yeah. Everyone let us know, are you the type to not be able to throw something away? Or are you pretty good at throwing things away? So today is Busan Times. We are talking about some of the great stuff that is going on around the city. Where are we going today?
Yes, so let's kick things off with a big one. Busan is officially taking its next big leap into the future. The city has begun drafting its 6th basic informatization plan, which will guide how we use advanced digital tools and AI to transform city life between now and 2030.
Sounds like a serious piece of long-term planning. What exactly is this plan about?
So every 5 years, the city puts together a legal master plan under the E-Government Act. This time, it's not just about digital services anymore. It's about building Busan into a global AI hub. We're talking about integrating hyperscale AI, data ecosystems, and cloud platforms into everything from public administration to education and economic development.
You know, I mention it every single time. The way you say hyperscale AI, it just sounds so ominous. It sounds like something dark is coming right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's got limits.
Not controlling us, you know.
For sure. So really it's going to be some kind of a smart city upgrade.
Exactly, but smarter, faster, and more people-centered. And the city isn't doing this alone. They've hired experts, kicked off consultations, and will be collecting data through surveys, interviews, and SWOT analysis to figure out what Busan needs and how to get there.
Okay, and this started today.
Yes, the kickoff meeting happened this afternoon at Domohan Conference Room with the city, project partners, and external experts all present. From now until November, they'll be defining a roadmap with clear yearly and phased targets for AI adoption.
And how will this affect us everyday folks?
Great question. The plan focuses on citizen-facing innovations. Think AI-powered services at government offices, real-time data for traffic and safety, smart energy grids, and maybe even predictive systems for healthcare and education. They want residents to actually feel the benefits of digital transformation.
And this aligns with national strategies too, right?
Yes, definitely. Busan's plan is designed to mesh with the central government's K-digital strategy, the AI Everyday Plan, and the Digital Platform Government initiatives. So it's not just future-proofing the city, it's positioning Busan as a national and global leader in intelligent urban innovation.
Lovely. Cool stuff. All right, let's move on from AI to libraries. Now, I do like how Busan balances high-tech aspirations with the investments in culture and community.
Absolutely. And here's something heartwarming. 3 brand new public libraries are opening up this summer, and they're not just for borrowing books. They're designed to be interactive cultural platforms for everyone.
Okay, tell us about the first one.
Sure, opening today is the Tanggam Library in Busan Jingu District. It's actually part of a larger community space. It includes a children's cultural center, flexible meeting areas, and something called the Encounter Zone, 마주침 공간, which is designed for spontaneous community interaction.
Sounds like a very modern take on what a library can be, but I don't see many people striking up conversation. I feel people are very 내성적이야 as it is.
I know,
Yeah.
I don't think, especially in Korea, they don't really talk to strangers
Right.
much.
It's like when you go to like a prom and the girls are on one side and the boys are, and no one's meeting in the middle.
Separated.
It's going to be an awkward time, but it'll be interesting to see if it plays out. So it's really cool and modern.
Yes, exactly. Then on June 20th, we've got the Yeonjae Comic Library, Manhwa Library, opening in Yeonjae-gu District. It's Korea's first public library dedicated entirely to comic books and webtoons. You'll find everything from classic animation manhwa to today's digital hits, and there's even a webtoon creation room for aspiring artists.
That's pretty cool, especially in a city like Busan where art and storytelling are already part of the cultural fabric.
Definitely. And the third one, Dokcheon Library, opens in late July in Bukgu District. It's built inside a repurposed school building next to a software and AI education center. So it's a blend of tradition and innovation. It'll have everything from a fairy tale forest room to a full children's play library.
So these libraries are catering to all age groups and needs.
That's the idea. Mayor Park Hyung-jun emphasized that libraries should be more than places to read. They should foster communication, creativity, and personal growth. It's part of a larger city plan to ensure everyone can reach educational and cultural facilities within 15 minutes of their home.
Okay, great. And they're not just stopping with these three, right?
Nope, libraries are also under construction in Dongnaegu, Seogu districts and Ilgwang, and a massive one planned for Cheongwan Edu Park in 2026. So it's very much an ongoing vision.
Great stuff. Sounds very exciting. I look forward to see how that turns out. So we're going to turn up the energy to a bit of gaming, right?
So let's talk about esports.
Yeah.
Starting tomorrow, 13th through Sunday, 15th, Busan is hosting the final rounds of Korea's selection tournament for the 2025 Mid-Season Invitational, one of the most prestigious international esports competitions out there.
This is exciting. I haven't played video games in over 10 years, but I used to love... I was addicted. And I wished that I could grow up and just play games for a living. And now people do.
Like Koreans,
Yeah, like they stream live and they get paid sometimes millions of dollars. They do esports competitions and get tons of money. This particular game, though, is one that I tried and I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. It's League of Legends. Do you play it?
No.
Do you play games?
Not really.
Not really. Tetris, old school. Okay.
Yes, that's the one. LOL, they call. But after this, we'll just call it the tournament. The competition will decide the two Korean teams that get to represent the country on the world stage in Vancouver later this year.
Really cool. And it's being held right here in Busan, right?
Yes, Hajik Indoor Gymnasium is the battlefield for the final third to fifth round. 4 teams remain and the matchups are packed with anticipation. Tomorrow's game features Gen G versus Hanwha Life. The winner gets the coveted number 1 seed.
And the second seed?
That'll be determined in Sunday's showdown between tomorrow's loser and the winner of Saturday's match between T1 and KT Rolster. Every game is a best of 5 using a fearless draft format, which means no team can reuse the same champion in a series. It makes for incredibly strategic and unpredictable gameplay.
Right, so from what I remember, you choose one character when you play LOL or League of Legends and you keep using that until the end of the game. And you can select different characters.
But this is like...
to make it interesting. You can't use one that you're really good at. You have to experiment. I like that. That's a good twist to it. And it sounds really intense, but it's also more than just a competition, right?
Totally. This tournament is bringing in an estimated 15,000 fans, both local and international. The promotional videos are highlighting Busan's famous landmarks, and those clips are being broadcast worldwide, turning this into a massive tourism and branding moment for the city.
And there's stuff for casual fans too.
Yes, there'll be outdoor booths at Hajik, esports learning tours, and even a viewing event at the Busan Esports Arena where fans can gather and cheer together. It's a celebration of esports culture and a way for Busan to strengthen its image as the spiritual home of Korean gaming.
So the city's really putting its weight behind this.
Mayor Park said he's thrilled to see Busan as the host for such a high-profile event and emphasized that the city will keep pushing to attract more global esports events. It's all part of cementing Busan's role on the global stage.
I wonder, especially in a place like Korea where education is, really put at the forefront and, people want their children to, do well and go to university, get a good job. I wonder how a kid who's really good at games convinces their parents, Mum, Dad, I'm going to play League of Legends for my life. How do you convince your parents?
I think these days a little easier.
Yeah.
Because of the many famous world class players.
Yeah.
But I think back then it would have
been almost impossible.
Pretty much impossible.
I guess now these days it's easier and it's more recognized. But because of that, the competition is even more 치열하잖아요. So it's you could not make it. But if you do make it, then you're at the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be very young as well, right? For this one.
It's a sacrifice, for sure. But if it pays off, it's interesting.
And I remember when I was young, when I played Tetris, I told my mom, this helps my brain.
And she believed you?
Yes.
Oh.
So it's this block, and I have to use my brain. This is not a brain-numbing game.
Fits here.
Yeah,
fits here.
I have to think.
I can see Tetris being quite good for your brain, especially if you have to think quickly. And League of Legends?
So I was allowed to play that.
Just Tetris.
Just that.
I played a little bit of Tetris, but I think that's one of the better games to play. Claire, thank you so much for bringing us this really interesting stuff about Busan, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a song break, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is Stars by New Hope Club.
My love is waiting for me. Holds the key to my heart and future life. Harder to breathe when distance feeds the loneliness. Oh, loneliness. Drop a pin and send me your location. Against the wind, I'll get there overnight. Throw me a rope and pull me from the loneliness. Oh, loneliness. Your heart is the destination. I got caught in the navigation. I'm lost looking to the stars. So show me the way. I'm lost looking to the stars. 'Cause they won't let me down. I'm lost looking to the stars. So show me the way. Ooh, oh, heaven help me now. A different coast, the same old roller coaster. Out in the west, somebody pulls me in. Won't get no rest 'cause your love is deep as the ocean is. But I'm sinking in. Your heart is the destination. I got caught in the navigation. I'm lost looking to the stars. So show me the way. I'm lost looking to the stars. 'Cause they won't let me down. I'm lost looking to the stars. So show me the way. Ooh, oh, heaven help me now. I'm lost looking to the stars. So show me the way. I'm lost looking to the stars. 'Cause they won't let me down. I'm lost looking to the stars. So show me the way. Ooh, oh, heaven help me now. Oh, heaven help me now. Your heart is the destination. I got caught in the navigation. I'm lost looking to the stars. So show me the way. I'm lost looking to the stars. 'Cause they won't let me run. I'm lost looking to the stars. So show me the way. Ooh, oh, heaven help me now. Oh, heaven help me now.
니게 탐구생활. The weather is getting hotter day by day. Everyone is now getting ready for summer, and it's also the time when many people start preparing for their summer vacation. Summer is the hottest season of the year. Despite the heat, one of the reasons people look forward to summer is because of the summer holiday. Have you ever made your summer vacation plans yet? Or have you made them yet? Typically, summer vacation begins by deciding when to take time off and where to go. However, these days, more and more people are choosing what to do rather than where to go. Do you know why? It's because they prefer a relaxing vacation where they stay in one place rather than travel far. There's even a word for this trend, Staycation. It's a combination of stay and vacation, meaning a holiday spent close to home. Due to rising prices and the economic downturn, more people are choosing to stay local during their break. Instead of spending money on expensive trips, they aim to use their vacation time meaningfully through self-care or personal growth while staying in one place. The shift shows how the trend of YOLO is now giving way to a more mindful approach during vacation season. So, what kind of vacation or holiday will you choose this summer? A staycation or a trip away? What are you? Are you the type that likes to stay in a nice place just for the time of your duration of holiday? Or do you want to go out and explore? For me, I'm definitely number 2. I have done staycation in a nice hotel before, and it was very nice, but I was a little bit bored. I like to go out and explore, see the street food, see the sights, look at the locals. Well, not look at the locals, but meet the locals. But whatever you do, there's no right or wrong answer. And I think with age, it probably changes a lot as well. I'm starting to feel it physically when I walk far, so that could play an influence later in my life. Anyway, everyone, welcome back to the show. It is 4:32 in the afternoon on a Thursday. I hope you're having a good day so far. Now, we've got some messages coming in related to today's text topic. Today's text topic is, do you tend to throw things away easily? Or do you have a hard time getting rid of them because you might need them someday? 네, 오늘의 텍스트 토픽은요. 나는 물건을 잘 버리는 편인가요? 아니면 언젠가는 쓸 것 같아서 잘 버리지 못한다. Which side are you? 어느 쪽이신가요? Let us know. We've got some messages coming in. 최승님 says, I'm not good at throwing things away. Even though my vacuum cleaner and the pots are very old, I still use them. And I think I got attached to them. 정이 들었군요. That happens. But you know what? The fact that you are still using them is important. Because if you keep them, but you're not using them, then I think that's a little bit of a hoarder mentality. You're still using them. So I don't really think, even if it's old, if it works, I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I'm like you. I like to use things until they're on their last legs, until they're basically dead. I like to get every inch or every morsel of life out of them. We also have 고수님 saying, hi everyone, welcome to the show, 고수님. Hope you're having a good day. Saying, 저는 물건을 잘 버리는 편이에요. 집에 필요한 물건 외에는 아무것도 없는 디자인을 좋아할 정도예요. 한번 안 버리기 시작하면 집이 만물 창고가 될 것 같아서 미리 예방한답니다. Totally agree with you. I totally agree. If you start hoarding, then it just snowballs into a bigger problem, I think. Yeah, for sure. So I think just do it. Just keep doing it. Don't stop. But make sure you really want to throw it away. We also have Beninim saying, I'm in between the two, but I'm currently having a hard time getting rid of things easily. And the reason, reducing the stuff, is okay. Fair enough. You seem like you're in the middle. I guess it would depend on what the object is. If it's an object with sentimental value, of course, it's going to be difficult to get rid of it. We have Horatio as well saying, 안녕하세요. 무지개 덥네요. 물 많이 드시고 건강한 하루 되세요. 감사합니다, Horatio. Hope you're having a great day. Stay out of the hot, stay out of the heat, and take your own advice too. Drink lots of water. All right, the time is now 4:35 in the afternoon. Keep sending your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9910 to cost you 101, a Kakao message or a YouTube live comment. Coming up next, we do have Effie in the building for Buglisi Challenge. Before that, though, let's take a song break. This is You and Me by Jenny.
You know I gotcha, you know that I got you like that. Ain't nobody gonna have your back like the way I do. You love it, just say you do. You know you got me. Everything you do, everything you did, everything I wish I was with makes me feel alright, I'm just saying. So I really like it. Nothing in the world can make me feel the way you do the things you do. I really like it. Nothing in the world can make me feel the way you do the things you do. I love you and me, dancing in the moonlight. Nobody can see, it's just you and me tonight. I love you and me, dancing in the moonlight. Nobody can see, it's just you and me tonight. Look at you, now look at me. Are you ever gonna find someone like this? Look at you, now look at me. Are you ever gonna find someone like this? You're the reason my house skips, drops. Just a little touch, my world stops. Finally I that you're mine. I don't wanna fall, don't wanna play this game of love. Oh, there's nowhere to hide. I really like it. Nothing in the world can make me feel the way you do the things you do. I really like it. Nothing in the world can make me feel the way you do the things you do. I love you and me, dancing in the moonlight. Nobody can see, it's just you and me tonight. I love you and me, dancing in the moonlight. Nobody can see, it's just you and me tonight. Look at you, now look at me. Are you ever gonna find someone like this? Look at you, now look at me. Are you ever gonna find someone like this? Ever gonna find someone like this? I don't care about your first love, this should be your last one. Nothing like your last one. You look better on me, that's fashion. Won't block your shots, lights, camera, action. Never been a love me or a love me not thing. Every pedal better tell him better not change. I love you, I love me a lot. Wait, which one I love better? Better off not saying. I love you and me.
Welcome back, one and all, to For Your Busan. It is 4:38 in the afternoon, and joining us are two special guests. Again, yay! We have Effie, and joined by her sidekick, Kumi. Sorry, we have Kumi and her sidekick, Effie. How you doing?
Yes, true.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
The weather is getting hotter.
Yeah.
Summer's coming.
For sure. When it gets like really hot, I know she's young, but do you like shave her hair like almost to the skin, or do you keep it long, or what's the grooming?
I did it last year. She's turning 2 this September, so we
Yeah.
only spend one summer together.
Okay.
And then last year, I literally shaved her.
Yeah.
And then she did not look
She looked like a rat.
like a mouse.
I often like with the small dogs like Maltese or poodles, if you shave them, almost kind of creepy looking.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It's
there's
not about cute or not. It's more like creepy.
Yeah.
Like she
Right.
seemed like a total different dog.
for sure. Yeah, but you got to do what's best for them in the heat because Korea gets very hot.
But I've heard that dogs, they don't actually like to get shaved. Shaved or like cut.
I guess they need some protection from the UV.
I've heard that that's because of the confidence.
Dogs have confidence with looks? I did not know
It's
that.
about their hair.
Interesting.
If you shave them, they
think, their body, like, they think, really? Okay.
So she seemed, I'm not sure, but at least at that time she seemed angry all the time. So I decided not to shave her.
You learn
again.
your lesson. Fair enough. You get to keep your hair this year, Kumi.
She's looking at you.
I know. She's like, don't 장난쳐 with me. We have some messages. We have 고수님 saying, 또 왔다. 에피의 애정을 듬뿍 받는 강아지. Benny님 saying, hi, Effie and Kumi. We also have Jinli님 saying, Kumi, 하트뿅. 부산 아재님 as well. 저 강아지 뭐죠? 귀엽구라고. 귀엽구로. Oh, sorry, with his.
What is that?
Yeah, with his 부산 사투리 right there. We also have Ziznim saying, 강아지 너무 귀여워요.
It's always good to see something adorable.
It is. It makes you feel good.
know.
It's something about the human instinct.
I
When we
think
see
so too, like
small,
babies.
fluffy baby, we want to take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're just,
they're tricking us.
yeah.
Dogs are the real masters. Anyway, we are here for Buglish's challenge. Before we dive in, I want to ask you today's text topic, which is about throwing things away. 에피는 혹시 물건을 잘 버리는 편이신가요?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? You're not like a hoarder.
I'm not a
쓸 것
person.
같아서 언젠가. You're not like that?
No, like I usually I do it, I think I'll say once a year. I tend to ruminate my closet or
Yeah.
everything, and then I check whether have I ever used this or worn this within a year. If the
Yeah.
answer is no, I just threw them away.
Ooh, very, I was going to say like 계산적이죠. Have I used you in 300 days? No, bin. That's very efficient, but very admirable. So have you got more of a minimalist home?
But perhaps I have a lot of stuff.
Okay. Even though you throw stuff away. Okay. That's good though. I think if you have a lot of stuff, you need to throw more away.
I've always once heard that if you want to buy one thing, you need to throw away two things.
Oh, I like that. That's a good philosophy.
Right?
I know there was that TV show that was really popular. What was her name? Mary Kondo. Very popular American TV show where she said, if you hold something and you don't feel this kind of like 애정 or like love for it, throw it away. And I think that's pretty...
When you're not attached to it.
Throw it, and you don't use it, throw it away. I think that's good advice. If you don't use it in a certain amount of days, get rid of it.
Yeah, better too.
Yeah, for sure. We also had some messages about that, but then it was filled with messages about Kumi, so I think I've lost it.
Attention.
I think I've lost it.
Okay, you want to go off there?
Anyway, let's get into this segment. This is Buglisi Challenge, where we listen to audio clips from Busan locals and we guess what they're talking about. What is this week's theme?
Yeah, as always, we have the weekly theme. This week it's about things that glow without trying.
Glow without trying. So this is another kind of like 수수께끼.
Riddle.
Glow without trying.
Yes.
So it would be like my confidence or my aura or something. Not physically like a torch.
They're not flashy, but they shine in their own unique way.
Okay, that is this week's theme, everyone. Things that glow without trying.
So as always, there will be three people and they're going to explain three different topic. It can be a living thing, a non-living thing, so I cannot say three things.
Okay.
So,
all right.
3 clips per person, and let's dive in.
All right, let's go with number 1.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Bish. It's an object. It typically has 3 hands.
3, I know. Wait, yeah,
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I know. I thought, it was difficult at first, but I think I got it straight away. I think I know.
So it's an object. It typically has 3 hands.
Yeah.
How sure are you?
I think I'm 99% sure.
How come?
I just have confidence. I am one of those things that 아무 노력 없이 빛이 나는 거. I glow without any kind of effort.
Any guesses coming up?
Everyone send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which costs you 101, a Kakao Talk message or a YouTube live comment. Let's listen to hit number 2.
Yep.
It sometimes features characters. It gives people information.
Ooh, she's good. Peaches, she's good at giving
Sometimes
hints.
features characters.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't.
It doesn't. So are you still sure about your answer?
Yes.
How come?
Because hint number 2 kind of confirmed it for me in my head. I've seen ones with characters. I used to work in a 어린이집. So I saw a lot of these characters on these things, and it gives you information, a certain type of information. We have 만학도 영어님 as well, saying 안녕하세요, and their answer. I think they could be correct, so I'll avoid reading it just for now. But everyone else send us, what do you think it is? 3 hands.
3 hands, it's an object. It
be
sometimes features characters.
A person with 3
It gives
arms.
information.
Yeah. Yeah. Gives information. What kind of information? Well, we'll have to find out. Let's listen to hint
Last one.
number 3.
It often includes number or markers. It's usually rectangular or round in shape.
Yes, it's very, very good at a hint.
Rectangular.
And it has numbers.
In shape. Yeah, numbers. 3 hands.
3 hands.
It glows without trying.
Sometimes it doesn't have any hands.
Sometimes. Yeah, just
Actually,
numbers.
you know what? In the 21st century, more often than not, it doesn't have hands, I feel. If you look over there, there's no hands there. There you go.
So which one do you prefer? The ones without hands or with hands?
I prefer the ones without hands.
Oh, why
because
so?
I like to read. Sometimes the ones with hands, it doesn't have the numbers, it just has lines. And I'm like, I mean, I know, but I have to pay just a second more attention. But if it's just without the hands, I like reading 2016. I instantly know what it is, right? This one coincidentally uses the 12-hour system, not the 24-hour. In Korea, do you use the 24-hour one or the 12-hour one?
I usually use the 24.
Angpid uses 24. Yeah.
Probably it's because she's a producer.
군대 style.
It's because for
PD
her-
style, not 군대 style.
Yeah, because she has to make sure that everything goes accurately.
What do you use?
Me, I don't use 24-hour that system.
So on your phone, it always says the same number every 12 hours. Interesting.
And then with this answer of this one, I always prefer ones with hands. Three
Okay,
hands.
with 손. But in Korean, it wouldn't be 손, would it? We have Roishnim saying 바늘인가? 모르겠네요. Maybe that's your answer. 만학도 영어님 says 시계가 확실합니다. Is it 시계, clock?
It is, but I want to more specific word. You know,
What? What's
it
more?
glows like
Bedtime clock? Glow
clock
in the dark?
is right, but like
glow in
more
the dark.
Like so. Okay, guys, what this is
Watch.
called? Yeah, watch.
Watch, wristwatch, face wash. What? Irish wristwatch.
This one first.
Watch, face. Watch face?
Watch face. That's the exact word.
Oh, really?
For this glass.
Oh, so you're actually talking about the glass, not the watch itself. or the
Not watch itself. You know, some watches they don't really glow. I think.
Yeah, unless it's electric.
That one.
Digital.
That one doesn't glow.
Okay, that's mean. I would have never guessed watch. I've never even used the word watch
So
face.
that's why I asked you. Are you 100% sure?
Okay. No one guessed it then.
No one guessed it. Who got the closest answer?
I think 만학도 영어님 and me saying 손목시계 or 시계. 고수님 says 손목시계 as well.
Still good enough.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah. All right. So that was number one. Can you, by the way, can you say the sentence Irish wristwatch?
Irish wristwatch.
Oh, you're good. Usually it's a tongue twister. People can't say it. Say it quickly.
Irish wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone try at home to say Irish
wristwatch.
It's the Irish wristwatch. It's very difficult. I practiced, so I can say it. Anyway, let's move on to number two.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Hyunshik. Although it's a place, it often feels like a mood. At night, it wears a necklace of lights that stretch across the water.
Oh, he's very romantic.
Very poetic, right?
Yeah, I like
really
that.
liked it.
Yeah, I was so captivated
It's
by
a
the
place. It often feels like a mood. It gives kind of, I guess,
a 분위기 vibe.
yeah, atmosphere, mood, or something. At night, it wears a necklace of lights that stretch across the water.
Stretches across the water.
Water. Water is.
Is it going to be like 송도 케이블카?
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna answer for it.
Okay, it's wrong. Okay. Anyway, any ideas, anyone? It's a mood.
It's a place.
It's a place.
With water.
But it feels more like a mood. It's very SNS, like
Social
teenage,
media.
like 게시물, right? All right, let's listen to hint number two.
Yep.
Sometimes it roars with music, sometimes it breathes in silence. This place is a favorite stage for both street performers and sunsets.
Okay, there you go. Street performances and sunsets. This may be a better hint. 고수님 said 무드등, night lights. Is it?
It's a place.
It's a place? Is it used by? Is it used for transportation?
Transportation.
Like to go across?
I don't think. No.
We had 만학도 영어 냄새인 광안대교. That was cool. So it is a thing to get across. It is.
I mean, to be more specific, it should be Gwangan.
Oh, 광안. Oh, okay,
But like
not
I would
the
say, it's
대교.
like kind of a almost like
Okay.
95% close. I
Oh,
guess.
it's Gwang. Oh, that's interesting. So we're talking about the place 광안리 해수욕장.
Nice.
Okay, so that makes sense. It feels like a mood. Yeah, that's a very interesting
You know,
hint.
like sometimes it's roars with music. Sometimes
Yeah.
it breathes in silence. Very poetic.
That's almost too riddly. Almost like breathes in silence. I'm thinking like, what is it
What?
like?
He guessed. I mean,
Yeah, you know, 만학도 영어님, you're a genius. You're a genius. All right, let's listen to the third hint
Yes,
anyway.
Here, the sky often competes with the ocean to show off its colors. It's watched over by a bridge that glows like a rainbow at night.
Okay.
Rainbow at
that,
night.
If we'd have heard the hint number 3, everyone would have guessed it. But, you know, we had one listener who got it even before that. So, well
It's
done.
amazing.
Yeah, so it was Gwangan. Nice place. It is definitely a mood. It's very neon lit and
Yes.
very popular. Yeah. All right, let's move on to number 3.
Yes.
I am small. I come from fire.
I'm small and I come from fire. Ooh, I mean, it could be anything. I don't want to guess it just in case I'm correct.
What is the thing that you're thinking of? Like the first letter, what I mean.
A. Ash? 재?
No.
Okay, I was always thinking E. Does it begin with E?
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right.
Should we listen to
All
the
right,
second
let's do it.
I stay warm after the fire is gone. I do not move on.
I stay warm after the fire is gone. I do not move.
Yeah, I think
Are you sure?
I might know. So even when the fire is gone, this thing still kind of burns and stays warm. Yeah, that's
Any
that.
guesses coming up?
Any guesses, everyone? What is small and comes from a fire and stays warm even when the fire is
Doesn't
out?
move.
Yeah.
Not ash. Something else.
It's not ash. Variation saying 비상구. What? How does that even make sense? We have 만학도 형은 saying 숯, which is a good answer, I think.
Yeah,
but
very close.
It's very close.
Very close.
I would say it's left in the 숯, oftentimes. All right, let's listen to hint number 3.
I shine a little in the dark. You can find me and the more campfire.
So I burn a little, and you can find me in a campfire.
Campfire.
There's a big hint. You know when you're maybe cooking marshmallows, you're having fun, and then the fire dies down, and all that's left is the...
This thing.
Yeah.
Starting with E.
We have 고수님 saying 후라시. Isn't that like... Okay.
It's a friend of ash.
It's a friend of ash, but it glows.
Starting with E.
Yeah. Any guesses, anyone?
Nobody.
I mean, I would say, okay, I'll give you another hint. The second letter is M, right? Yeah, okay. all right.
E-M.
E-M. 앙PD, do you know what it is, don't you? 뭔지 아시죠? Yeah, okay. And I won't ask you anyway. You know what? Just tell us the answer.
The answer is
Ember. Yay, 불씨, right? You like the
yes.
little leftover flames from a fire.
Ooh, nobody got the answer, but only you.
It was
today.
close. I think 만학도 형은 was pretty close with
very
coal,
close.
the leftover soot, right? Yeah, Benny coming in now saying ember.
Ooh,
Good
yeah.
word. Today was, again, a lot of fun. I like the
poetic.
riddleness. Yeah. Thank you for your help, Kumi.
Thank you, Kumi.
Maybe we'll see you
say
again
hi.
next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
I look forward to your haircut in the future. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Effie, it was a pleasure. I'll see you later.
Yep, see you next week.
All right, so we're going to wrap up the first half here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back at 6. This is Gravity by Wonwi.
I'm a gravity. I feel like I'm floating on cloud 9. You're my gravity. Leaning once I'm tingling and turn to what I can't ignore. To call it love, something meant to be. We just can't deny it anymore. The barrel and emptiness end up to find in your mind, falling down my love. Can't resist you, I got you in my mind. In your time, losing myself to love. I'm a gravity, pulling towards us, you and I wanna be with you, find gravity. Even if it's dangerous to die, I wanna be with you, find only to you. Yeah, I'm on gravity. My eyes are evolution deep in your personality. In any hypothesis, my love doesn't change, break the frame tragedy. My heart gets possessive because I feel that I'm cooked up. My love is the only gravity, like on your own intrustability. My feelings shine every moment in my mind. It hovers behind, spreading the flowers. Whoa. You cover me gently and we become one. We're combined, losing my mind to love.
Your Bridge to the World. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
From Busan to the world, feel the power of Korean culture. Now, Busan is ready to play a song that will touch hearts around the world together with global friends. 문화와 바다가 만나는 도시 부산. 열정과 희망이 가득한 글로벌 관광 허브 도시 부산. 글로벌 K-pop 팬들이 하나 되는 축제 부산 원아시아 페스티벌. 한류 콘텐츠의 심장이 부산에서 뜁니다. The place where the Korean wave begins. A cultural hub blending tradition and innovation. 늘 새롭고 머물고 싶고 다시 찾고 싶은 도시 부산. Play, work, live, 부산. 이 캠페인은 부산의 관광 가치를 창조하는 글로벌 플랫폼 부산관광공사와 함께합니다.
Let's get some fresh air. What's going on? Why can't I see anything?
It's the yellow dust. You have to close the window. Hey, I know it will improve your eyesight. Look at more beautiful things. Like me.
Can you tell me what I actually need to do during yellow dust days?
Fine. Here are your guidelines for days with yellow dust. First, check your windows to make sure the yellow dust can't get inside. Turn on the air purifier. Second, refrain from outside activities if possible. If you do go out, wear a mask. When you get home, thoroughly wash your hands and feet. Third, fully wash any fruits or vegetables that have been exposed to yellow dust. And last of all, get plenty of water. Keep up to date on weather forecasts for the latest yellow dust information.
This campaign was brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열부산?
포열부산 아닙니까? 원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열부산.
포열부산.
할까요? 포열부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
네, 안녕하세요. 올리비아입니다. 오늘은 진정성 있게 도전하는 분을 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요. 네, 안녕하십니까. 저는 연산에 재활센터를 운영하고 있는 센터장 양성민이라고 합니다.
수식어를 진정성 있게 도전하는 사람이라고 해주셨거든요. 왜 이렇게 수식어를 정하게 되셨을까요?
사실 진정성과 도전은 별개거든요. 근데 전하는 사람을 봤을 때 두 가지 키워드가 떠올라서 이렇게 좀 정했고,
막 뿌두둑 뚜두둑 막 이렇게 하고 막 어깨 돌려보세요 막 약간 그런 걸 상상했거든요. 네. 근데 여기는 또 풀밭도 있어요.
맞아요. 재활이라고 하면 타인이 해주는 게 아니에요. 내 스스로가 움직일 줄 알고 운동할 줄 알아야 돼요. 저는 그래서 이제 대부분 제가 해주는 것보다 스스로 하게끔 만들어요. 근데 그런 이유가 사실 이것도 진정성에도 담겨 있는데 계속 타인에게 의존하면 절대 혼자서 좋아질 수 없습니다. 스스로 관리하고 스스로 뭔가 해결해낼 줄 아는 능력이 있어야 비로소 내 스스로 몸을 관리할 수 있는 사람이라고 하지 타인에게 맡겼을 때는 그건 무의미하다 생각하기 때문에 저 스스로 운동을 많이 시킵니다.
너무 좋다.
아 진짜?
네, 제가 요즘 진짜 많이 생각하고 있는 게 인간은 스스로 회복할 수 있는 능력을 가지고 있다고 요즘 굉장히 많이 느끼고 있거든요.
네, 맞습니다. 침이라던가 도수 치료 그리고 관절을 맞추는 이런 행위들도 사실 그 사람이 해줬기 때문이 아니라 시간이 지나면서 회복하고 회복할 수 있는 환경을 만들어줬기 때문에 좋아지는 거거든요. 결국엔 중요한 건 스스로 좀 회복할 수 있는 회복 탄력성, 회복 이런 것들에 이제 포커스가 많이 맞춰져서.
선생님은 왜 이 분야를 하셨어요?
저는 원래 과거에 운동선수였답니다. 체육고등학교까지 들어가서 태권도 생활을 했었고 겨루기로 했었거든요. 신기하죠? 근데 저는 아쉽게도 제가 제 기준에 봤을 때 운동에선 실패자였어요. 부상이 있었거든요. 그래서 저 재활을 받았어요. 사실 저도 발목 수술을 하고 재활을 받았어요. 그래서 인생에서 경험했던 게 2개밖에 없네. 운동과 재활. 그래서 재활하려면 뭐 해야 돼요 했을 때 물리치료사를 하래요. 물리치료학과를. 그래서 이제 물리치료학과를 가서 거기서 또 공부하면서 또 병원 가서 또 근무하고 이러다가 이렇게 오게 됐어요.
지금 괜찮나요?
지금은 괜찮아요.
그럼 태권도 왜 했어요?
태권도는 이제 아는 형이 태권도 다닌다고 해서 따라갔어요. 근데 그 형은 그만두고 저만 이제 운동을 더 하게 됐었죠. 저도 그만두고 싶었지만 이왕 할 것 제대로 하라고 해서 했는데 잘 안 됐어요.
이 사람이 하는 생활 습관 이런 거 보면 저러면 안 되는데 하는 것들이 분명히 많았을 것 같아요. 엄청 많았을 것 같은데요. 네, 몇 개만 알려주세요.
몇 개만. 아이한테 또는 타인한테 너 똑바로 앉아 라고 말 안 하기가 제일 좋은 것 같아요.
그거 엄청 많이 들었는데 어디 식당 같은 데 가면 어머님들이 다 그러세요?
다 그래요.
네.
이게 똑바로 앉는 법을 잘 모르면서 일단 앉으라고 하면 어떤 일이 일어나냐면 허리 길이끈에 힘이 들어갈 거예요. 맞죠? 사람들은 길이끈이 많이 쓰면 쓸수록 좋은 줄 아는데 아니에요. 허리 길이끈에 많이 쓰면 쓸수록 좋지는 않아요. 오히려 통증을 더 유발해요.
그럼 어디다 힘을 줘야 돼요?
힘을 줄 필요가 없고 골반을 굴리면 됩니다. 그래서 골반을 통해서 발을 세우는 방법 또는 코어나 이런 근육들이 맞춰지면서 자연스럽게 쓰면 길이끈 덜 쓰고 세워지는 법을 알게 되거든요. 그래서 그런 방법으로 좀 세우는 게 아닌 이상 허리 똑바로 펴, 허리 펴 이렇게 하면 오히려 허리 통증이 미래적으로 봤을 때 유발될 확률이 높다.
일상 속에서 실천할 수 있는 건강한 몸 만들기 꿀팁 좀 주세요.
어깨 한번 돌려볼래요? 어깨 돌리기? 뒤에 있는 견갑골이라는 얘기가 있는데 그래서 크게 돌려야 돼요. 어깨를 돌려도 엄청 크게 돌리면서 뒤에 이 견갑골이 좁아지는 느낌이 들면서 돌려주는 부분이 필요하다. 네.
진짜.
그래서 한쪽만 말고 반대쪽도 돌리면서 견갑골도 같이 움직이면서 돌려주는 게 좋아요.
BFM 부산 영어방송 청취자분들에게 하고 싶은 이야기가 있다면 어떤 게 있을까요?
삶을 살아가면서 중요한 것들이 개인마다 다 다를 건데 그 중에 꼭 카테고리 안에 운동이라는 건강 습관을 꼭 넣었으면 좋겠습니다. 그 운동들이 결국에는 내가 아까 하고 싶은 1, 2, 3번 순위가 있다면 그 순위를 더 잘할 수 있게끔 만들어주는 하나의 생활 습관인 것 같거든요.
선생님 좋아하는 영어 단어나 영어 표현이 있다면 뭘까요?
저는 사실 전문적인 용어긴 한데 그 뉴로플라스틱이라는 단어가 있거든요. 네, 이게 신경 가소성이라는 얘기인데 그냥 이거를 일반적으로 쓸 수 있어요. 가소성이 변화할 수 있는 능력이거든요. 오늘 이 인터뷰나 이런 것들을 보면서 당신의 삶들도 시청자분들의 삶들도 변화할 수 있다는 걸 전달해드리고 싶어서 이 단어 플라틱이라는 단어를 뽑았습니다.
여러분
오늘부터 움직이세요.
움직이세요.
고생했습니다.
Thank you to Olivia for bringing us today's On the Mic segment. And on the line today, or the interviewee today, was Yang Sung-min 센터장님, who describes himself as someone who takes on challenges with sincerity. Those two words define him. Rehabilitation isn't something that others do for you. You must do it yourself. Resilience and self-management are key. Now, he used to be an athlete. After experiencing injury and rehabilitation, he became a physical therapist and now runs his own center. Instead of forcing upright posture using back muscles, he uses pelvis, or he suggests using pelvis to naturally align the body without causing pain. And his favorite English word was neuroplasticity, a very advanced word, which I haven't really ever used, but it's a good word, and says make exercise a permanent part of your life because it empowers you to do what you love. Start moving today. So there you go. Very good advice, I think. Something that a lot of us could take heed with. And we have this segment every single day, so we can learn about the people who make up this amazing city. The time is now 5:07 in the afternoon. It's good to see lots of people messaging in. Let's have a look here. And we have Madokdoyoung messaging in their opinion on today's text topic. Today's topic, by the way, is about, are you good at throwing things away? Or do you usually hoard things? They said, 저는 물건을 잘 못 버리는 타입입니다. 물건을 버리면 왠지 무언가 낭비하는 듯한 느낌이 들어서 마음이 불편합니다. 심지어 음식 재료도 다음에 써야지 하고 남겨뒀다가 결국 썩혀서 버린 일이 부지기수입니다. 저는 미니멀 라이프는 절대 못해요. That's fair enough. It seems quite a few people are not really, they can't throw things away. And that's fair enough, because you might need it, especially when things are getting more expensive. Then, there you go. You gotta keep what you can, because you can't afford to keep buying things that you could use in the future. Well, everyone, send your messages in to pound 9050, sharp 9010 to cost you 101, or a Kakao Talk message. We also have Soinim saying, hi Nick, good to see you Soinim. Welcome to the show. I hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. We have 4103번님 saying, DJ Nick Young. I like that. Saying, I got a job today. I'm going to cook for my wife. Congratulations, my friend. You got a job. That's awesome. Go and cook for your wife, my friend. Make something delicious to celebrate. Congratulations. We also have Juliet Nim saying, hello, everybody. 안구 정화하러 잠시 들렀어요. 역시 Nick is the best. Thank you so much, as always. Thank you so much for coming in and leaving that lovely reply, Juliet Nim. You've made my day, and I hope you have a great day for the rest of it, too. Coming up next, we do have Busan Quizmaster. Don't go anywhere, because it's your chance to win a prize. We're going to listen to Tinkerbell by April.
하늘 밝다
back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now time to go to our next segment, which is Busan Quizmaster. This is your chance to potentially win a prize and have a bit of fun in the process. Today's quiz, well, every day we have a quiz, right? And every day, each day, the topic is different. Today is Thursday, which means it is Busan Dialect. Now, Busan has a unique dialect, and this unique 사투리 plays a role in movies or dramas and even in relationships between people too. So today, we're going to have the time to talk about this special, cool point of Busan Dialect. 네, 오늘 역시 좀 특별한 사투리 퀴즈 시간을 준비해봤습니다. This is a listening test, right? So we're going to listen to a particular audio clip and you have to guess, what does it mean? What does this 사투리 mean? All right? You got to translate it. 자, 귀를 기울이고 잘 들어보세요.
야가 평소에 밥을 깨짝 먹다가 할머니 집 가서 시꺼 먹었다 아이가.
There you go. Did you guess that one? 야가 평소에 밥을 wait. I'm not giving it away. Oh, I worried I was giving it away for a second. Okay, this is just what they said. They said 야가 평소에 밥을 깨작 묻다가 할머니 집 가서 시꺼 묻다 아이가. So, 여기서 시꺼 묻다라는 표현이 나왔는데요. 이 표현은 무슨 뜻일까요? Actually, Ang PD said that they didn't know what it meant. 처음 들었대요. So, I guess this one might not be that easy because we usually have a lot of Busanites here who guess it really quickly. But do you know this one? 시꺼 묻다 무슨 뜻일까요? Let's listen to the clip one more time.
야가 평소에 밥을 깨짝 먹다가 할머니 집 가서 시꺼 먹었다 아이가.
There you go. What will it mean? 시꺼 묻다라는 부산 사투리 도대체 무슨 뜻일까요? 여러분의 답을 기다리겠습니다. Send your messages to #9050, 샵9050 to cost you 101. KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live comment. We'll be back with more hints and some answers after this song. This is Shame by Billy.
I can't look in the mirror 제대로 숨고 가리는 걸 더해도 I know perfect girl 내가 아닌 another 시선들이 만들어 놓은 완벽한 태도 화려한 포장 속 텅 빈 공간 My heart 작은 흠집 먼지까지 가리며 또 내가 없는 내가 되겠지 For what? I think about myself I feel so excited 난 달라질 테니 Knocking for the real me 문을 열려 있었지 After breaking this 손을 열려 있었지. After breaking this frame, I won't be the same. I feel so excited. I won't hide my shame. I won't hide my shame. I won't hide my shame. Gonna let this game. I think about myself, not anyone else.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 5:18 in the afternoon, and we're in the middle of Quizmaster, where I have given you an audio clip. We listened to an audio clip that contains some 사투리, and you had to translate what it meant. And we thought it would be quite difficult. Seems some people think they might know the answer. We have 만학도 영어님 saying 시껏 먹다는 매우 혼나다라는 뜻입니다 라고 했어요. Okay. 소희님, who is from Seoul, says 실컷? There you go. That's what it could sound like for sure. Raration님 also saying 시건? 시검? 그런 언어가 존재하나요? 도저히 모르겠습니다. I guess it's gone back to difficult mode for Raration님. 진리님 saying 꽤 재미있네요. 중국어 느낌. 혼났다. I guess it can sound almost like a foreign language in a way. Also 소희님 said 시겁하다는 아는데 시겁 먹다는 처음 들어봐요. Right, being cowardly. I guess it's not that related, is it? I guess not. 고수님 as well saying 엄청 바빠서 혼났다. 윽스로 바빠서 시겁했다라고 했어요. Okay. We also have 최승님 saying 할매한테 야단 맞았네요. Alright then, so we've got a variety of answers. More text topics coming in, which is good. 7018번님 saying 안녕하세요. 정답 혼나다. 할머니랑 오래 살았거든요. 그 정도는 다 알아듣습니다. It seems 7018번님, you've had a lot of experiences in relation to the other quizzes that we've had over the past week, so you know the answer. You lived quite a full life, it seems. And it seems you had a lot of 시겁 먹는 거 from your grandmother when you lived with them. 4625번님 saying 시겁은 사실 표준어죠. 시겁하다, 겁을 먹다라는 뜻으로요. 근데 부산에서는 시겁 묻다 아이가 해서 고생했다는 뜻으로 쓰이고 있어요. 고생했다고. Okay, thank you for your message. We're going to listen to the clip one more time.
야가 평소에 밥을 깨짝 먹다가 할머니 집 가서 시껏 먹었다 아이가.
All right. Now, we've had a lot of different answers coming in. I'm starting to listen to it carefully and I can maybe see where some of the meaning might be. But, there are some people who are finding it kind of difficult, like Raration님, who thinks it's quite difficult. Say, 와, 사투리가 영어 듣기 평가보다 어렵네요. I think it definitely could be. So, 너무 어려운가요? 자, 친절한 얘기 보기를 드리겠습니다. I'm going to give you some options, so don't worry, okay? Number 1, 시켜서 먹다. I guess that sounds logical, actually. Number 2, 시끄럽게 먹다. 3번, 야단 맞다. 4번, 배 터지게 먹다. There you go. Those are the options. One more time, 다시 한번 들어볼까요? Let's listen to the clip.
야가 평소에 밥을 깨짝 먹다가 할머니 집 가서 시껏 먹었다 아이가.
There you go. So 1번 시켜서 먹다, 2번 시끄럽게 먹다, 3번 야단 맞다, 4번 배 터지게 먹다. Which will it be? Send your answers to #9050 샵 9050 to cost you 101, a KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live comment. Even if you don't know, just take a guess. It's okay. We'll be back after a song break. This is Bad Love by Effie.
적도 없이 그냥 뱅뱅 몇 시간째 지치는 불빛 잠든 이곳을 유령처럼 나 I'ma hit the gas 하나뿐인 way 가로질러 지나쳐버린 stop sign 넘어야겠어 this time 멈출 수 없는 better love 난 이제도 I'm so fine 너만 있으면 돼 it's better love 가까워지는 light 거기 그대로 있어줘 구석있듯이 hold you tight 후회는 없어 even better love 지금 너에게 갈게 I know you're bad right 무시해 red light 두 눈을 감고서 본능을 따라가 I know you're dangerous still about to die yeah 그게 뭐든 I'm so ready girl 놀라워 너의 move 너의 tone 또 너의 hope 너의 모든 순간 가득 차있어 어느새 in my head baby I'll let you know 365 oh my god 너만 보이는 걸 불가린 haze riding in the rain 하나뿐인 way 가로질러 지나쳐버린 stop sign 넘어야겠어 this time 멈출 수 없는 better love 엉망이 돼도 I'm so fine 너만 있으면 돼 it's better love 잊지 못해 널 처음 본 순간 눈이 멀 정도로 You're shining bright don't push me away from you 지나쳐버린 stop sign 다른 건 못 봐 I'm blind 날 만나그린 better love 엄마한테도 it's alright 너만 있으면 돼 it's better love 가까워지는 light 영원히 나를 비춰줘 구석있듯이 hold me tight 후회는 없어 even better love 지금 너에게 갈게
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 5:24 in the afternoon, and we're in the closing moments of our segment, which is Quizmaster. I've given you an audio clip which contained a very strong 사투리 sentence, and I asked you to tell me the meaning of a particular word, and this word was 시꺼묵다. 시꺼묵다. What does it mean? Lots of people from Busan knew what it was. They think they do. People from outside of Busan found it a bit more challenging. If we have a look at some messages, 소희님 says 실컷 배 터지게 먹다라고 하고 싶지만 정답은 3번 야단 맞으며 먹다인 것 같습니다. Thank you for your message. We also have 강성헌님 saying 4번이요. 근데 처음 알았네요. So number 4 was 배 터지게 먹다. 뽐님 saying 어렵네요. It's difficult, but they all go with number 3 야단 맞다. 이게 퀴즈라니. 너무 어렵다. Yeah, it is. We've got to raise the difficulty sometimes. Otherwise, if it's too easy, like I say, it's going to be boring. 어레이시님 saying 맞추신 분 사투리 지식인으로 인정합니다. I would say that's true. Okay, anyway, so let's reveal the answer. The answer, the meaning of 시꺼묵다 is 야단 맞다입니다. Yay. The answer is 야단 맞다. To be told off. 혼났다, right? Is to be told off. Now, if I'd have just seen this sentence, I would have thought it was something to do with being scared and eating as well, like 시꺼파다 plus 묵다. I thought, what on earth does that mean? But then I guess the hint is going to your grandmother's house because you were just eating like, you were kind of picking at your food, 깨작, just not really eating your food properly. Your grandmother's probably going to scold you if you do that because your grandparents want you to eat properly. So the answer was number 3, 야단 맞다. We have 조현철님 saying 깨작 묵으면 혼나지. 3번입니다. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You'll get told off just by like picking at your food. All right. So we had lots of messages coming in, lots of right answers, some wrong answers. 부산 아재님 also said 3번. We had lots of 문자 messages coming in. Okay, anyway, we're going to give a coffee coupon to 3번. That was the answer of the quiz. I can't say it. 7018번님께 드리겠습니다. 7018번님 축하드립니다. You win the coffee of today. I know you were very desperate to win yesterday, but you win today, so congratulations. And maybe we brought up past memories, maybe trauma, when you were told off after living with your grandmother. Well, congratulations and thank you everyone for participating. Now, before we move on, we have someone in the studio, a 사투리 expert, 사투리 전문가인데 they're going to read this sentence that we heard on the clip. What's up, Matthew?
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Good to see everyone.
I hear you're a Busan like local, an expert.
I've lived all my Korean life in Busan.
Okay.
But I would not call myself a Busan Satori expert.
Okay. Well, we'll be the judge of that.
Okay.
Can you read this sentence for us?
야가 평소에 밥을 끼작끼작 묵다가 할머니 집 가서 시겁 묻다이가.
Well, I think that's pretty good. I think you got the intonation tone is pretty good. Hey.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Although I learned the meaning of this word just now.
Me too.
시겁 묻다이가.
Me too.
So the harmony was angry.
Yeah.
Eat your food properly.
Yeah.
Okay. 시겁 묻다이가. Okay.
Well, Ang PD, can you say it? You're a Busanite. I'll turn the mic. You say it. Shout. 소리 쳐요. On.
야가 평소에 밥을 깨작깨작 먹다가 할머니 집 가서 씻껏 먹다이가.
하나도 안 무섭네요. You need to be a bit more raw in your voice. But that's how a real Busanite would sound. And I think Matthew was really good as well. Roishin님 saying 사투리 퀴즈 너무 어려워요. 살려주세요. Next time, my friend. Next time. Okay. Anyway, you know who's in the studio. We're going to take a quick logo break and we'll be right back.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everyone, to the show. It is 5:29 in the afternoon. Joining me is our 사투리 expert, who knows that you'll get told off if you don't eat your food properly.
When you go to harmony's house, yes.
Do your kids have a scary harmony? No, when I say scary, I don't mean like evil. I just mean they'll listen to her.
It depends what they're doing.
Okay.
So she has certain things that she gets angry about.
Yeah.
And they know what they are.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't get angry about it, then they might not listen as well. But there's some things they know they have to be very careful about.
Okay.
Like, for example, when you go in the house, you got to put your shoes away properly.
Okay.
그 신발 꼭 정리해야 돼요.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
시가 묵다이가.
시가 묵다이다. I love it. That's great. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing very well. It's definitely warmer weather this week, which is great. But I did hear 장마 is around the corner. The rainy season is in a few days, I think.
Already?
Yeah, that's what I heard on some news outlet.
Okay, because we've had a good stretch of sun for a while.
Yes.
I got my first swim in on the weekend.
Which beach?
Gwangali. So my kids and I went down.
You're allowed to swim there now?
And the water, yeah.
It's open. Oh, great.
Yep. There's no lifeguards, so be careful.
Yeah.
But you are allowed to swim until 6 o'clock.
How is the water?
Not too bad.
Really?
Because we checked a few times, it was too cold.
Yeah.
And we went on Sunday in our bathing suits, and it was good to go.
There you go. So from this week forward, it's going to be even more pleasuring, I think, the water.
Yes.
Yes, pleasant. A pleasant temperature is going to be, that's what I meant to say. So, we usually talk about multicultural life here, a bit about living in a family that has both, for you, American influences and Korean influences. What are we talking about today?
So today, every time I come to the radio station, you guys are doing the Busan Satori quiz.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, I wanted to talk about dialects and accents.
Okay.
Kind of more accents than dialects.
Okay.
So let me start with you. You're obviously from England, so you have an English accent.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have a specific English accent?
Well, England has so much accents. You know, I'm from the south area near London, so it's pretty 표준어. Like, I speak how you would hear maybe people in textbooks speak.
Okay.
But not always. I'm actually from Essex, but before I moved to Korea, I spoke with a bit more of a, "Yo, mate, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not too bad. Yourself?" Kind of really like, almost
really?
like, yeah, like really, like Essex people speak in a kind of odd way. But then coming to Korea, it kind of 좀 고쳐진 것 같아요. I think it got better because I taught and I was on TV and radio, so I kind of took that out of my voice.
Right. So now you're more 영국.
Very neutral.
Okay.
But the further up you go, you start getting into like Manchester, Birmingham, how you doing? Liverpool, you know, the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing, John? I'll have a Bacardi and Coke, please.
Oh, you're good. You can do all the...
And then you're Scottish, Welsh, and Northern Irish. So all of these accents. So yeah, it does vary. And there is a kind of a feud, not feud, but you know, between people in the south and people in the north.
Who has the real English accent kind of thing?
Yeah, like people in the north say, oh, the people in the south sound too posh.
They're soft.
잘났다, 잘난 척하는 거예요. They're so stuck up. But then we'll say people in the north are they're just farmers, you know. So there's a bit of, we love each other really. It's just an accent.
All in the family.
But America has very interesting accents because, of course, you have like New York and then you have somewhere like Alabama.
Yes, so American accents are all over the place. I'm from Philadelphia, which is near New York City.
Right.
So I think a lot of people know the New York accent because of like movies and TV shows.
New York.
Yeah.
New York.
Let's go have a coffee, eat some bagels.
Yeah, there you go.
So Philadelphia is close to there. It's similar, but it's a little different. So we have some famous words. We say water instead of water.
Water.
Let's drink some water.
Okay.
Let's go swim in the water.
Interesting.
Our football team, American football, is called the Eagles. We call them the Eagles.
Really?
The Eagles. Water. Yeah. So they've got some special words. But like you said, in Korea, I try not to use my Philadelphia accent.
So from what I can hear, you sound very neutral, typical American 101 accent, like you would hear from someone from like an American textbook.
Right. But if I go home and I'm hanging out with my friends, then I'll slip more into the Philadelphia accent.
I totally know what you mean. When I'm with my friends, I become more intelligible. I can't hit, unintelligible, sorry. You can't really understand what I'm saying unless you're from my area.
Right.
Yeah.
But actually, my mother didn't like the Philadelphia accent. So at home, she didn't want to hear it. It was all just 표준어 at the dinner table.
Yeah.
So how about when you speak Korean?
Well, I think...
Have you lived in Busan your whole time?
Busan and Ulsan. So really when I learned Korean, I lived in Busan. It was when I was really like studying it and hanging out with friends and stuff. So when I first learned it, I did learn with a bit of 사투리. My best friend was really 친한 사투리. He had such thick 사투리 that I ended up just following. Because, when you learn it...
자연스럽게.
You just follow along. But then when I started doing TV and radio, it kind of drifted away from that. And my wife speaks more 표준어 as well. So it kind of left. But I do love the character that it has.
The Busan 사투리.
Yeah, I do love the character.
So my wife, she's from Busan, and she has that Busan intonation. So I just kind of copy her. So I think I have that intonation. But I don't use a lot of the words, like, the special 사투리 단어. Yeah. Yeah. However, I was discussing with my wife about our kids' Korean.
Okay.
And I asked her, do they speak satori? Because she pays more attention. And she thinks that, because these days kids, they watch a lot of TV, they watch a lot of YouTube. I like all kids, not just my kids. And because of that, you don't get a lot of satori. So at their schools, it's not like all the kids back in the day speaking the local accent.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad. It feels like because of media, because of entertainment, all those local accents, the local dialects are slowly disappearing.
I know that a lot of Busanites will take lessons to kind of fix their pronunciation. So when they do interviews, they want to do it in more, Seoul style, which I think is a little bit sad. And especially a lot of people move to the capital city, so I think they don't want to look like they're from, the countryside as Seoulites might see it, right? So they try to speak in a more standard way, which I think is sad. You should really embrace it. I've never seen a person from Scotland come to England and try to imitate an English accent. They're proud of where they're from and their voice, and I think you should be in Busan as well.
Actually, in America, people do change their accent.
On purpose?
So if you're from Kentucky, Kentucky is kind of a country state.
Yeah, because they're howdy partner, kind of.
Well, no, that's Texas.
Texas.
Kentucky is we went down to the farm and we was doing some farming.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. But when they go to do an interview at Google or Microsoft or Tesla, you don't.
Really?
Well, I graduated from the University of Texas, but no.
You do sound
you got to
like
put on your
country bumpkin.
Your media voice.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a shame.
That's a very real thing in America.
Fair enough.
My mother-in-law, though, she has a very strong accent.
Mm-hmm.
So she's actually from Gyeongsangnam-do, not Busan. She came to Busan when she was a teenager, but she uses a lot of words so I learn it from her. So do you know 대파무라?
대파무라.
대파무라. She says this all the time.
Heat it up and eat it, right?
Heat it up and eat it. Yeah. 기리무라.
Eat long?
기리무라. Maybe it's more like you boil it. Yeah, you got to put it in hot water and eat it.
That's the first one. That's the first one I've heard.
니팔 잘리나.
니팔 잘렸나?
잘리나.
Is your arm cut off?
No. 니팔 잘리나. Can you reach it? Correct. 니팔, no?
앙필이's like,
you never heard it?
무슨 말이에요?
니팔 잘리나. Okay, maybe our listeners will have heard it, but like, can you reach it? Can you get high enough? 니팔 잘리나. Yeah. And then she calls 청소, cleaning. Yeah. She calls it 소재. Which is interesting.
소재 is like material, like things to use.
Right, but she always says, 소재 많이 해야 돼요. Right? So she's got a lot of cleaning to do.
That's interesting.
So I hear a lot of stuff from her.
I used to use the words, I used to say, I didn't know it was 사투리, I just used it because everyone else used it around me, but I used to say 옷을 개비다. And apparently it's to like fold clothes. But apparently it's just 옷을 개다, but 부산 사투리 is 개비다. So I just use that and people are like, what does that mean? When I met people who weren't from Busan, they're like, what does that mean? And I was like, oh, you don't say that? So it really depends where you learn something. We had Raration님 saying, 가끔 사투리 쓰시는 분들과 대화하다 보면 특유의 억양 때문에 상황을 오해하는 경우가 있어요. 그게 좀 어려워요. So usually if you have a conversation with people who speak with a dialect, there are sometimes misunderstandings that can happen because of their, the way they speak, their intonation, and that can be a bit difficult. 상윤님 messaging him saying he knows 끼리무라. 끼리, like eat together. It sounds like 끼리.
No, you're
친구끼리.
boiling it.
Okay, boiling. I thought it was like 친구끼리. Okay, and then saying 너 팔 닿냐? Yeah, which is 네 팔 잘리나? So does your arm reach? Is what you're right.
Right.
We have Sungun Lee saying 부산말 고수다. You're a master of Busan speak for sure. Busan Hajinim, who is of course a resident Busanite, as you can tell by his name. 소지는 청소지에. There you go. Okay. So you're 소지.
소지.
Okay.
Yeah, but her pronunciation is a little different. She says 소재.
소재.
Yeah, I actually looked this up. Like she says instead of 현대, she'll say like 현디. Like she'll change little vowel
We're talking
sounds.
about the word modern or the company, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
However, there's one thing that I've noticed, and I'm curious. So these days, we're getting more and more foreigners in Korea. So like my students these days, I get a lot of students from Nepal, from Bangladesh, from Uzbekistan. And I'm curious if they'll develop like specific Korean accents.
I think
because like in English, if we hear a foreigner speak English, we can kind of tell where they're from.
Yeah.
In Korean, I don't think you can really do that.
Right.
But I'm curious if it'll develop.
Yeah.
So I was going to give you a little challenge.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to give you some accent. This is in English.
Okay.
You have to tell me if you can recognize what country I'm pretending to be from.
Is it English?
In English.
Okay.
I'm going to say the same sentence 4 times.
Okay.
All right. In my 표준어 영어, I love listening to For Your Busan on Busan FM.
I love listening to For Your Busan on BFM.
BFM, okay. All right. So, number 1. I love listening to For Your Busan on Busan FM.
Français,
all right.
It's the stereotype.
Check.
Okay.
Number 2.
Francais.
I love listening to For Your Busan on Busan FM.
Italiano,
all right.
Okay.
I love Wait, I messed that
That's
up.
the same.
One more time. I love listening to For Your Busan on Busan FM. Russian, okay. I'm not as good at the Russian.
I like this very much.
I like this very much. This is
I
a great
love
show.
listening to BFM on For Your Busan.
All right.
But we don't want to be too offensive.
Okay, yeah. But last one. Hey, man, I love listening to For Your Busan on Busan FM.
That sounds like Mexican.
Mexican. Oh, very good. All right, so you got them all.
I've watched a bit of TV. I watched a bit of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I watched
By the
whole
way,
thing.
it's just a joke. If any French, Italian, Russian, or Mexican listeners are here, we're just a bit of fun.
It's the stereotype that is portrayed on media. They'll all have this kind of accent. You know, in any John Wick movie, the Russian antagonist will have that typical, my name is Victor.
Right.
You know, and all they're British. The villain is either Russian or British. It could be either one of those.
But, you know, accents, I just think they're fun. Can you do one off the top of your head and I'll try to guess it?
All right, I'll do some from English-speaking countries. All right, then. How you doing there, mate? I'd like to go eat some potatoes and go for a walk today.
Well, that's okay. That's Irish, obviously.
Okay. All right,
potatoes.
Then.
Okay.
Potato.
All
right, then I'll do another one. G'day, mate. We're going to go down to the beach and we're going to have a bit of fun as we cook some shrimp on the barbie.
Australia. Okay.
For sure. There you go.
Right.
That's all I can really bring myself to do.
Yeah. So I'm curious, you know, because it's funny when you hear like foreigners speak Korean with their native accent.
Right.
So when I first came to Korea, I knew a guy from Louisiana in the U.S. So Louisiana is the deep south.
Yeah.
And he had a very thick Louisiana accent.
Kind of like Kentucky, like...
Further south, yeah.
Further than that.
Further south. But we lived up near PNU, and there was a place you could get a burger and a Coke for 4,000 won.
Yeah.
And he was really excited. He's like, oh, dang, I can get a Coke and a burger for 4,000 won? That's a deal. That's the Louisiana accent.
Yeah.
But then he ordered in Korean, but with the same accent. So you go, burger 하나, cola 하나 좀 주세요. 감사합니다. 너무 맛있어요.
I had a friend who spoke like that
it
too.
was funny listening to this like deep Louisiana Korean.
I think that's really cool. And, you know, when you learn a language, you're going to have an accent. And there's absolutely no shame in it.
No.
Because it's proof that you've learned another language, I think. Of course, you want to try and be understandable to the other party.
Yeah.
We had Hangyunim saying, my native English-speaking friends recognize my English accent is different from other Koreans. They say I'm speaking 경상도 English.
Oh, really?
I wonder how that sounds, Hang Yun-nim. I'm sure it's very good because he writes very articulately. So I imagine his voice is also very articulate when he speaks.
See, have you? I'm curious though. Could you listen to a Korean person speak English and tell, like, oh, you're from Gangwon-do?
No.
I don't. But he said,
think so.
Right?
Unless they were speaking with really like thick satori, like. You know me, I'm from Busan. You know, they'd have to be speaking with that really like nomnaji up and down. But even then, I would think, maybe that's from where I'm from, in south of England. It sounds almost like that in a way.
Right.
Busan Ajanim knew the Australia one, Hoju, because I think they lived in Hoju for a while.
Okay.
So, really interesting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think accents are important for Koreans when they go abroad. So, for example, my wife came to the States.
Yeah.
And in Philadelphia... So her English is good, but she's not fluent.
Okay.
In Philadelphia, she had a hard time because Philadelphians don't really pronounce their words.
Okay.
And they speak fast.
Yeah.
But when she went to California, she was really comfortable. Because in California, it's like surfing style.
Chill, laid back.
Right? So, yeah.
Surf's up, bro.
So we went to a tour of Hollywood in LA. And it was easy for her to understand everything because, you know, the tour guide, he would say, all right, guys, if you look to the right, you can see Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's home. Right?
Easy to
Very
understand.
slow.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia, you'd say, all right, if you look to the right, you can see Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's home. Right? It's a lot faster. They don't pronounce the words. So she loved California English.
I guess it's hard for people who learn English because there's so many different versions of English they have to become accustomed to. If somebody learns with the US English and then they meet someone from Scotland, they're going to have a hard time. If you meet someone from Australia, you're going to maybe have a hard time.
Right.
Vice versa as well. So, I mean, the same with Korean. You know, if you learn Korean, if you learn mostly 표준어, if you hear someone speak satori, it's going to be difficult. I'm generally okay with it. But when I speak with the older generation in Busan, it's really hard to understand. My neighbor, she's a lovely, lovely old lady.
Yeah.
But she speaks in really thick satori, and I understand maybe 40%, if that. And so I'm just nodding my head, going, yeah. 좋은 하루 되세요. And I'm just like, yeah. I wish I could understand fully, but I never learned that kind of Korean. So.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, so I lived in Busan my whole time. So in my early years, I would go up to Seoul, and it was great because they sounded just like the textbook. Especially Seoul women, I was like, oh,
for sure.
Are you the person from the CD from my textbook?
Yeah.
Like, it was
yeah.
crystal clear.
I wonder about your kids. So they learn English from you. Do they have any other English influence?
So mostly from me. But
Okay.
actually, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I probably let them watch more TV than otherwise because I want them to hear more.
Okay.
So my daughter is a huge Peppa Pig fan.
Oh, right. Yes.
And Peppa Pig, she's from England.
Yes.
And one of the characters is Scottish.
Okay.
And then, so Peppa Pig, they have a variety of accents.
Yeah.
So she's quite good at speaking English.
Okay.
And sometimes she'll use like English words.
Huh.
She'll say the pram
Yeah.
instead of the stroller.
Yeah.
Right? So those kind of things. And
Fair
I'm like,
enough.
what are you saying? We're
about you?
Americans. We say stroller.
What about your older kids?
My older kids?
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Like
So
American-
he's a big football fan, my one son.
American football? Or?
No.
Oh,
Football.
축구 football? Okay.
Chukwu football. So he watches, for example, there's a really big YouTubers. They're from Belgium. So they have the Belgian accent. It's in English.
Okay.
But, and then there's another,
Yeah.
they're English, but they have a thick accent. I'm not sure where they're from.
Yeah.
The Wingroves. But
Okay.
he watches a lot of international football stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So, I'm kind of like, he's watching too much TV, but
it's helping.
he's getting kind of that international English, which to me is really important.
Yeah.
Because it's good to have that variety. So, yeah.
I think Son Heung-min, the football player here, I think he's like phenomenal. Obviously, his football is good, but he speaks German and
really?
English and, of course, Korean.
Oh, he grew up in
So
Germany.
yeah, he
for
spent a
bit.
lot of his youth in Germany, and I believe learned German first, playing with German youth football teams, and then he learned English. So he speaks English with a slight German accent, which is really fascinating. And he's very proficient in all of the languages. I think it's just really cool to hear how he's got this German style speaking when he speaks English.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating, I think.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
really, you're going to be influenced by wherever you are when you learn a language, and I guess that's why when you're young, it's good to have early exposure. as
Yeah,
well.
I didn't have much exposure. So I remember going to Ireland. It was one of my first international travel, having a really hard time listening to people, like understanding
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
Even like especially when you're out in the country.
Yeah.
So, but I think accents are fun. Like dialects are fun. Listening to different intonations.
They should be celebrated for the diversity, not try to be repressed to fit into the social norm.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said.
Matthew, been a pleasure. Really interesting topic as always, and I'll see you next week.
All right. Have a good week, everybody. Stay cool.
All right, we're going to take a quick song break. Don't go anywhere. This is 너에게 닿기를 by 10cm.
따사로운 햇살 속에서 종소리가 울려 퍼지네 뺨을 매만지는 바람 한숨만은 깊어져만 가고 저 멀리서 핑 도는 눈물 이름을 붙여주네 보게 어지는 미래 빛라인 전진난만한 이런 기분도 신이 나서 날아갈 정도로 웃었던 날도 사랑스럽고 소중하게 키울 수 있도록 어렵고 힘들었던 시간을 넘어서 아주 많은 처음을 주었잖아 이어져 가서는 닿기를 웃었던 날도 사랑스럽고 소중하게 키울 수 있도록 어렵고 힘들었던 시간을 넘어서 아주 많은 처음을 주었잖아 이어져 가서는 전진난만한 이런 기분도 신이 나서 날아갈 정도로 웃었던 날도 사랑스럽고 소중하게 키울 수 있도록
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now 5:52 in the afternoon on a Thursday. Tomorrow is the last day of the week, everyone. It's come so quickly. We get to enjoy a nice weekend soon. But we have come to the end of the show. I want to thank everyone for messaging in today. It's been a lot of fun. And come join me tomorrow. We have more great content, including My Home, My Busan and Busan Life Solutions as well. We're going to wrap things up. The show was produced by Jung Yuna and written by Hong Kyung-hwa. I've been your host, Nick. Our final song is going to be 1,000 Years by James Arthur. Everyone have a wonderful evening.
How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I've died every night waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'd love you for 1,000 more. The sun stands still, building it low. She is. I will be brave. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every night waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believe I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. I loved you for 1,000. I love you for 1,000 years. So long, so long. One step closer.